All right, guys. Hello, good evening. Welcome one and all to Vaidya's Chess Hub. And it is that time when I will play games with some students. Let's start as usual with some welcome messages. Jay typing out his ID. Itesh is here. And Yatharth says, hello, good evening, sir. Yatharth here and his ID as well. Yes, I made a note of that. Sagar is here and he says, my ID is Master SKRK. Made a note of that. Oh, good to note that Ayush Tavde is here well and truly on time. Well done, Ayush. Really well done. And he has also typed his ID. We all know that it's the Ant-Man. Our very own Ant-Man is Ayush. And we have Itesh typing his ID as well. Made a note of Itesh for the ads is B1765. You should do that on the Telegram channel. Itesh said that many times. Chinmay is saying, hello, sir. Good evening. Chinmay made a note of that ID. In fact, you are my first opponent, I believe. Yeah. Arya Mahaka likes music. I wonder if you stacked his ID. Chinmay also likes the music. Mohit says, sure. Rayansh is the next. He's put his ID there. Let me just go ahead and copy all these IDs. Rayansh is Rayansh 21 without any space. Guys, make sure that you type your IDs correctly because I'm simply going to copy paste. Okay. Arya Sonic is just a simple ID. Arya Sonic, we all know that it's A capital and S capital there. Today, if you have noticed, guys, the um, time control has changed. So we normally play the bullets when we do play, is it not? But today I thought it would be better that we go for this 3+2 game. I thought. Now, one more thing is whatever number of players we can incorporate, let's say by 7 o'clock is what we'll play. But those who don't get a chance today, the same list is going to continue. So maybe tomorrow itself we'll continue with the list. You don't have to wait for long. We will do that. Because the time control is changed today, so the games will take a little longer to complete. I'm making a note of all the IDs that you have typed. Guys, make sure that your IDs are typed correctly. Purvesh, make sure that the ID is typed correctly. Especially Radesh, you are somebody who messes that up. Is it Radesh0511 or Radesh_0511? Just make sure and type yes, I've typed my ID correctly. So we have got Radesh typing his ID. Purvesh is here. Namisha made a note of your ID. Yeah, good. Now I think it's time for us to start. Because as and when we have new players, so we'll definitely go ahead and add them as well. Hitesh, I've already mentioned about your ID. Why do you need to type that again? I don't understand this. I've already told you I have your ID, right? I don't like that. Don't type it every now and then. I've told you that your ID is there. Chinmay is my first opponent. I remember when I put the post about the live stream, he was amongst the first. So let me go ahead and search Chinmay and I'm going to challenge him. And that's for a casual game and it's going to be not unlimited. I'm going to do unlimited. What's that? Let's see what happened there. Okay, so let's see if I can. We don't want, okay, that happens. Why? Real time. Yeah, real time, of course. What happened there? Why can't I issue the challenge? What happened? Wait a minute. Let me get that sorted. We want to play real time. Yeah, real time. See? 3+2. And casual, of course. Okay, Chinmay, if you're ready, I am ready. Took some time, but okay, now I am ready. And I have black pieces. So Chinmay already with a huge advantage. What's up? Am I going to go with the Alakine setup? You bet. That there is never any doubt about. And he is going with the main line. And I'm going to go with something else. Not the E takes D6. I'm going to play with a different plan. Ooh, early. Very early that H3. He just so doesn't like me playing bishop to the G4 square. He never likes that. So he's already ensured prophylaxis. Prophylactic move. Fine. So now I think I'll go with the bishop move. Let's do this. I'm prepared. If you want to double my pawns, you're welcome. Be my guest. Will he do that? He's not done that. Surprising. I'm very surprised. He's not done that. He didn't double that. That's why it is a little surprising. Castle at the earliest possible opportunity. That's for sure. Okay, let's get the bishop out. So far, so good the game. All the pieces are out, it seems. Sure. Now, if I want, I can have his bishop, right? Please tell me I can have his bishop. Nothing can do about it. I can have his bishop. The light colored bishop. I have that. I mean, not free. I have that as in, okay. I have that as in I have the exchange. Now, Chinmay, I really greatly over the past some months, it's just awesome the way you've been playing, okay? Play with initiative and tempo. So I'm going to play the knight taking bishop move first. That there is no doubt about. I like that. And then I have probably a chance to eliminate the defender and then maybe win this pawn. I can do that, right? Yeah, I can do that. I think I have this. I like this idea. So now I would want the other exchange as well. I'm going with queen to f6. Can I do that? I can do that. Okay, that's a big surprise there. He wants the exchange. Really? Now if he does this, I'm going to play queen f6 here. Yeah, definitely. If he goes bishop to g5, the queen exchange, but if he plays bishop g5 now, then I think f6 is on. Let's go for this move here. Can I do that? Or is knight f6 just fine for now? How about that? I'm a pawn up, all right. No, don't want to risk all that much. Let's come back here. Okay. The idea is to go h6 now. The knight will be protected twice and defended twice. I'm not really worried about that for now. Okay, I'll maintain my status of a pawn up here. Is that the way Chinmay wants to approach this? No. So why has he not done that? Any ideas? No idea. Can I go for... Okay. So he has brought the peace equality, the material equality, not the peace equality. The peace equality was there, but the material equality. Guys, pardon me if I cannot respond to your comments because the time it runs, and especially when you stream and then when you are playing, it takes a toll on your time and lag. So make sure that you pardon me for the response which is delayed, or maybe I respond directly after the end of each game. I was complimenting Chinmay. He's really showed massive improvement of late. I really love that. It's just something that is incredible. Now I'll take that, give him double pawns. I'm okay with that. And now I think I'll do this. Okay, now can I take there? Should I take there? That's a question. Should I take there? Or should I be busy pushing the pawn? Let's go ahead and push the pawns. We're both down to under a minute. I can't believe that. Both down to under a minute. Whoa. So, again, back to Chinmay's progress. He is somebody who has shown tremendous growth. Now he wants to double up, which can't be allowed. Okay. He probably is one of those players who shows me the glimpse of how Vihang was, or Soumitra was, or even Mulai sir initially when we met. It's just brilliant. As expected, or this was expected in fact. What do I do now? Do I go ahead and... Okay. Fine. I'm okay with that now. We both are what? Okay. So now what's that like? What was that? Okay. I think now I have this game. Okay, Chinmay, good fight. Very good fight. I must say. Is he going to resign now or not? Oh, nobody resigns these days. What's the secret of that? Nobody resigns. Nobody resigns. Why? Nobody is in a mood to resign. Really? No resignation. This is crazy. No resignation. It's like cricket. You play until it's checkmate, sir. Yeah. And he is going to check whether I stalemate. That's a good idea. Sure, sure. Let's play. Good fight. Hey, what's the point of resigning now? Like, you don't want to give me that last move. Chinmay, not fair. Chinmay, not fair. Oh, come on, man. That's not fair. That is so not fair. You don't resign. Some comments on that. You don't resign. And then when you know now it's Queen G7 mate, now you resign. You won't let your coach play that last move. So not fair, man. But of course, everybody has seen what a tough fight it was. You fell for that trick where I moved the king and then that pawn falls. The pawn got a little pushed. That was an important trick. Yeah, he was cruel, Chinmay. Ankit is so right about it. Ankit totally enjoyed that. It was a very terrific game, Chinmay. I must say, that is amazing. That is just amazing. Okay. Guys, I like to repeat. What I'm saying is that I have the list. I probably should show you that list. Monitors, Jay and Avadut. What you should go and do is scroll the chat and make a note of all the IDs. I have them, but just in case, you both should also have this copy. I repeat, the time control today is 3 plus 2. So it's going to take more time. Normally, we just used to play those bullet games, but today is 3 plus 2. It's a more sophisticated thing. Therefore, what I want you guys to remember is it's very possible that until 7 o'clock all will not get the chance. It is absolutely okay because we will continue with the list. Okay, so don't worry about it, and please acknowledge that in the chat if you have understood what I'm saying. Okay. Let me see. I think the last ID that I copied was Purvesh Kulkarni from the chat. So Jay said okay to that. Yeah, I think Jay is saying okay to that. By the way, I was also very low on time there, perilously close. Grant Utekar, I think what you've done is you've typed your ID with the wrong spelling. Please correct that. And monitor, you should not be late for the lecture. We call you monitor and hello. I mean, yeah. Monitor is late for the lecture. You know how that sounds? You hear yourself say that? It's Rolls Royce 19 or something. And the Granth Utekar, please make sure that you type your ID properly. I'm not sure if done that. Dishane -1 or _1. Are you sure you've typed it correctly? I'm just making a note of it, guys. Purvesh have already made a note of your ID. No problem at all. I wonder what Vyang is probably doing. He's not sure he can attend. So wasn't he the one who just typed that he's taking a break and now he's here? He's always welcome, by the way. But then what happened to that study thing and break thing? Anyway, Vyang, you're 16th on the list, so can very well be tomorrow. Granth Utekar finally doing all the typing correctly. Granth, finally got your ID correctly, man. Rajesh, I've made a note of your ID. Monitors clarified that, sir, my classes were there. Okay. Jay acknowledging that I have the list. Now, my next opponent is Mohit Patel, if he's here. Ooh, Mohit Patel, are you there? Are you there? You are my next. Good that this default setting stays, so I don't have to spend a lot of time. And, well, I have white pieces. Terrific. Like it when that happens. I like it when that happens. Vishen, I've made a note of your ID. Meanwhile, Abir is saying, I want to play. Well, who stopped you? Nobody is stopped. Everybody is welcome. Abir, you know what you should do? Jay, if you can please help him what to do. Now, this is somebody, Mohit. Now, that is why you should attend lectures. That is why you should look for PDFs. You know how angry that makes me. No, seriously, I'm serious, dude. Instead of wasting your time doing all that big talk, Master Mohit Patel, you should probably attend the lectures. I dedicated a whole lecture on this about E4, E5, and you should not play D6 giving advantage to white immediately. I gave a whole lecture on that. You probably are somebody who takes interest in the other talks, but then you should better focus on chess and maybe that will bring about the desired improvement. Master Mohit Patel, this is what happens. Don't tell me this mouse slip thing. And move number 2, don't tell me that. Move number 2, don't tell me that. And even if that was a mouse slip, what were you wanting to do with that d pawn? You wanted to play d5. So you are telling me that it was a mouse slip. So instead of playing d5, it came out like d6. How many seniors understand what I'm saying? Yeah, Jay is right about it. Jay is also telling him what was the lecture about. It was a miniature lecture. I want you to go into the channel and watch the lecture. This is what is irksome. That means irritating and annoying. And talking of mouse slip, you tell me what you wanted to do with it. Yeah, fine. Maybe you wanted to play d5, it went to d6. Would d5 also be the right move for that? So you are saying you accidentally picked up the pawn, you accidentally released it on d6, too much to believe. Focus. And Mohit, you are also somebody who should start winning those under 1500 tournaments now. And that's why your ID shows 1185 rating. Some harsh words, but I think you need it. You better come to terms with what you need to do. Viyang, I don't know whether you are free today or whether you will free tomorrow, whatever it is. He said that whenever I am free, I will join. Oh my God. So, Mohit has not said anything about that mouse slip anymore. Should I go for a quick king side, developer or queen side? I'm a pawn up here. But I have wasted a lot of time talking to you, Mohit. Why not? 1 minute 30 seconds. That's what happens. Oh, was this your strategy? Mohit, was this your strategy? To make me talk and yeah, I'm down to half the time that I have. Half the time that I have. Huh? Sure. Meanwhile, I think my idea is, Abir, it's not idea. Maybe it's ID that you want to type, right? Not idea. I make a note of that post this game. Now will he castle? I'm going to play bishop d3, I'm sure. Maybe bishop e2. Who knows? Let's keep it slow and steady for now. He probably is not very sure of which side he wants to castle. Right, Mohit's not telling me that. That's why probably bishop g4. Whoa. And now he is ready to give me the bishop. Why and what is that? Should I castle? I think I should do that. Should I go for the bishop takes or the rook takes if he does exchange the queens? I'm not sure about that. Didn't calculate that much. Oh, by the way, is it the right time for me to tell you who is up next? I think, yeah, sure. It's the right time for me to tell you that. I probably should not make any pre-moves because that can give some clue. Surely, right? Surely, some clue. Oh, he could have won the pawn here. Could he have won the pawn there? What happened there? Guys, could he have won the pawn there, guys? Oh, Chinmay actually enjoyed that. Chinmay said, yeah, that could be Mohit's idea. Now he comes to e4. Isn't that strange? Now he wants to come to e4, but not when you had the pawn. Surprising. Very surprising. So can I now go for this move here? Putting up a good fight, everybody. But I think Mohit could have done much better. He claims it was a mouse slip. Okay, he claims it was a mouse slip. He's allowed me doubling of the rooks. I thought he'll go for the exchange, but he didn't. Surely. Oh, he took it like that. That's again very strange. Because now I have this, the rook on the 7th rank. Now, Mohit, again, you can't call everything as mouse slip. So these are the areas of improvement. You could have so easily played a little better. Okay, so Mohit, before I go to some other opponent, I want to talk about what you could have done better. Over here, there is no chance you would have let me double my rooks here. You should have taken it. I would have taken it. The knight goes back. I would have to come back for the sake of this pawn, and the game would have been fine here. Maybe you take here. Yeah, sure. But you allowed me the double rooks. And on top of that, after this exchange, there must be rook takes. I hope you're making a note of this. Yeah? I missed a free knight. Yeah. I could have taken here. Discovered attack, maybe. That's what you're talking about, I think. I think you're talking about the move that I'm showing you here. But again, we both were under a minute. It's not possible to think about everything. But come on. Move number 2, don't tell me a mouse slip. Don't do that. Mohit, I'm telling you one more time. Stop bothering about the other things around and focus on your chess. Will be much better appreciated and you will play much better. You have the potential to become a strong player. Don't worry about anything else. Focus on chess. Leave everything. Let everything go to hell. You focus on your game. Don't worry about the other talks that go on. Anyway, you are right. I think maybe you're talking about the one. The drag was on. Yeah, sure. Okay, whatever it is. So, I don't understand what was that drag thing, but whatever it is, I don't know. You should probably explain. Maybe was there a lag you're talking about? I don't know. My next opponent, I should have said that, is Jai, and after that you have Yatharth. So accordingly, you can be ready, guys. Jai, if you remember, guys, is somebody who finished on the podium under 1500. If you remember, that was the target I gave him. So Jai has very well done that, and I'm happy with you, Jai. And by the way, now when you have such play, where are those guys who say they want to play? Oh, Jai has got the white pieces. Am I going to try something different against Jai or what? Let's go for this. Let's go for a reverse Danish or something like that. Why would you not take that, sir? That's a little surprising. So Jai also has a different approach. Jai says, okay, let's exchange this and go for a different approach. And there is now this wonderful chance for me to get the pawns doubled, unless he goes back, of course. Okay, he did go back, yeah. Castling on the king side. Jai, you've managed this position well. I am telling you. And seriously. Now, one thing is for sure that I don't want any bishop g5 nonsense. That's always a typical idea. Like if I castle long here, this bishop to g5. So Abir, Harsh, if you're watching this, something that you must know happens a lot. Jay is holding this nicely here. Good. Now this is what I can call is improvement, Jay. Nice. Very good. Another thing when you talk about improvements, what you can say is is that the juniors or the rising stars, they often now tell me that, okay, sir, you could have you had the rook takes d8 move. Have you noticed how awesome that is? I mean, whenever that happens, I really feel good about it. I mean, whenever the rising stars tell me, sir, you had this move, or sir, maybe, like in the move yesterday, there was this plan where I could have taken the rook by fork or something like that. It was simply awesome. I love those things. So Jay probably is planning on something. I should probably play this. I'm okay with this exchange somehow. Now, by the way, I would so love it if Jay plays the move queen. Oh, no, Jay! That was not to be done. I told you. Oh, no, I told you that as a joke. I didn't recommend a good move, did I? Oh, Jay, this is what I mean by killer instincts, Jay. I just praise you. So, until this move, somebody type this. How many moves did Jay put up a good fight here? I'm sure, a lot of moves. The opening was very well done. Jay, the pieces came out nice. But what did your opponent play last? I gave you the checklist yesterday. I gave you the checklist. Was that yesterday or day before? Guys, when did I go for the checklist? Yesterday, right? I remember that there was this checklist. I still can't do that. So surprisingly horrible. I still can't do that. Oh no. I think that was yesterday. And so, Jay, one of the points in the checklist was what did my opponent play last? Wasn't that the move? Yeah. Wasn't that the point? So I played that knight. So at least look for the next square. That could have helped you. Could have, I'm saying. Of course, I know that, blunders do happen. I like now to be okay with the fact that my pawns can be doubled. I'm okay with that. Oh, he took it with the knight. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate any prospects of doubling the rook and stuff with the move f6. I don't want that thing. Now that's perfectly okay there. Okay, so let's go about doubling. Oh, he has also doubled. Talking of, well, he missed this. No, he didn't miss that. Oh, I'm down on time. I'd rather be happy with my pieces if they are all on the light colored square. I'll really be happy. All on the light colors. I'll be happy. Now, what is he going to do here? Will he go ahead and exactly as I thought? Exactly as I thought. He's done that. Okay, so does that mean that I will win? I will lose the pawn here, but that's okay, right? Yeah, that's okay. Don't move this pawn now. Oh, he's okay with me giving him a check. So be it. Okay. Just putting up a good fight. Hmm. Good fight. Very good. All the players today, massive. Good. I just want to make sure that all the time my queen is on the light color, just to eliminate any sort of counterplay. Oh no, Jay, too much for free, Jay. That's a little too much for free. That doesn't work, right? Okay. If Jay were Chinmay here, if Jay were Chinmay here, he wouldn't have resigned. He wouldn't have resigned. Okay. Now, good to see that Mohit Bhatt is here. Although you don't have to do all that spamming. You type it once, we get that. Mohit Bhatt, sorted. By the way, one thing is you have to always follow the line. So, Jay, make a note of Mohit Bhatt's ID. And by the way, I'm going to now show you what's the list like. So, I've got to add Abir's ID as well. Let me do that. I think Abir did type his ID, right? Let me go back to his ID. Just one sec, please. And then I'll add Mohit Bhatt's ID as well. I'm happy that you are here because I was just wondering where you are the day when I decided to play games. You are on the list. I'll show you the list of how many players are in the line. We are following a line. It's on first come, first serve basis. Let me quickly get, why am I not getting Abir's ID in the chat window? If Jay, you can type that, please. You don't have to say, please, Mohit. I'm going to play with everybody. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But Where is Abir's ID? Did I highlight that? I think I highlighted that message. It was important. Yeah, it's Abir Bere, everything small case. Got that. Got that. Got that. And the next one, I believe, after that, surely it's Mohit, right? Let me just make sure that there is nobody else. Yes, sure. Aryan 8369. Aryan 8369. You are on the record. 100%. Here is the list now. Guys, let me show you the list, okay? Where is that list that I want? Let me search for notepad here. Yes, there is that list, guys. Yeah. So now we are now on to the fourth opponent. Only just the fourth opponent for today because these are 3+2 games, Mohit. So make sure you follow this. And you are at number 19. But that means that I will definitely play with one and all. Each and every one here on this list. Everyone, Mohit, everyone. Without you saying please. I understand that you want to play and we will play. I promise you that. We will play. But first come, first serve basis. Just because you are on the stream, I'm not playing with you. Follow. There you are. Okay, so Aryan 8369 should be on our list. Jay, make a note of that. Okay. Abir, thank you so much. I have shown you the list, right? Once again, here is the list. And please monitor and Jay, make a note of this list. I'll let this list be on the screen for some time. Forget the number 4 now because I'm going to play with number 4. That's Yacharth, okay? Let me just scroll it from number 5. Guys, let's scroll from number 5 and you take a screenshot of this. That's the best way to do it. Just take a screenshot. Jay says it's done. Avdut is also saying it is done. And Ankit is saying I had typed my ID. Ankit, really? Mohit, everybody wants to play with me, not just you. Don't cry. Don't cry. Okay, by the way, Sapna Gandhi, hello, how are you? I hope that's your real name. That's not just the ID that you are using. And Ankit Banerjee is saying I had typed my ID. Did I miss that? Ankit, I apologize if I missed that ID, man. We are going to continue this session tomorrow. Please make a note of that. I want to play with everybody who wants to play. Ankit, I'm sorry I didn't get your ID. If you please could type that one more time. I'll add you onto the list, 100%. Just please type your ID, Ankit. Sorry for that. We have it as number 20 then now. And Yacharth, be ready because you are up next. Ankit Banerjee is with A capital 658, right? Ankit Banerjee, Bandopadhyay. Oh, it's ER, right? 658. Banerjee B is not capital. Ooh, I'm surprised at that. Ankit, really? I'm surprised at that. Fine now, everybody. You know how the things are going to go. Yes, so let's start now. One more time. And Yacharth is my next opponent. Yacharth, let's play, man. Everybody is putting a good fight. I hope Yacharth will continue the tradition. Guys, enjoying your work is important. These COVID-19 times, what you should definitely enjoy is that before the over-the-board tournaments, all of you I'm saying, even the seniors, you must take this as a very good opportunity to practice and prepare. Is Yacharth going to take miniature lecture? No, he's decided to do this. What's the best way to deal with this? I would say Queen E2. Let's play something else here. Rajesh, please play with me. You are somebody who is an official member of the hub. You don't have to go ahead and say please. You know the method. I'm surprised. Radesh, you know the technology. You know the method. Why say please? Don't have to say please. Yes, Pooja ma'am also wants to play. Yes, Pooja ma'am, sure. Now this is interesting. It'll be a discovered check. Yatharth, you didn't see that. The lecture on discovered check. But now I think you're lucky because you have, I won't say the move. Oh, you should have played bishop e6. You played that? I thought bishop was much better. No? Let's do this. And maybe then I have a chance to play this. Even this. Can I do this? I'm attacking this one, but he has a check and I'll have to come back. That's why maybe this is a little better. A little, I'm saying. But again, the same thing, right? He can give a check. But now the difference is that now if he gives a check, I have bishop d2. Because the knight is protected by the queen. In the case where I would have played the knight to d5, then the check I would have to come back because the knight would be hanging. Guys, points to be noted. I hope that you are. Ooh, I can't play bishop here. I can. The knight is pinned, isn't it? Please tell me the knight is pinned. Yeah. The knight is pinned. Abir, Harsh, if you're getting it, the knight is pinned. Ooh, no attention to opponent's last move. I don't like that. No attention to opponent's last move. Yatharth, what did I play? Instead of knight c6, was it not possible to play knight to a6 and stop this plan? Stop my knight to c7 check plan. You should have thought of that, right? Oh, come on. Yatharth, opponent's last move was one of the points in the checklist. I did mention that. One of the points on the checklist. Yatharth. What I'm also interested in knowing is whether rook d1 traps the queen or something like that. Does it? What if I am able to play? Yeah, it does. No? It does. Bishop d7 is the only move that he has? Maybe I'm saying. No, I'm not sure, but maybe. Ooh, that was simple, right? You should have played bishop d. Yatharth, you're missing out on simple moves here. The only question is, do I have a checkmate? No, it will be kind of a discovered thing. Do I have a checkmate here? I'm wondering. No. Yeah, the knight is still pinned, by the way. Oh, now it's not pinned. And it cannot castle, right? The king has moved, right? The king has moved, guys. Can't. Oh, I'm under a minute. Guys, in the process of explanation at times, but come on, you have to give me that consideration because as a coach, I don't want to. What's not fair, Mohit? Just go through the scroll and see if you see everybody's ID typed or not. Mohit, it's very easy. Just go ahead. By the way, your ID is Aryan and your in Leeches and your chat is Mohit Bhatt. How is that exactly? Mohit, explain that first, my man. Your Aryan 8369 on Leeches and Mohit Bhatt here. So everything is as fair as it can get, Mohit, don't you think? It's as fair as it can get, Mohit. Because even the official members of the hub are typing it in the chat. If you don't believe me, scroll up and see. There is no special treatment for anybody here. Oh, that's plain and simple. Knight blunder. Attack twice and defend Yatharth. Attacked twice and defended once, kind of. Why did you do that? Okay, leeches is another account. This is another account. Okay, fine. I'll take that. Can I have a checkmate here, guys? Watch this, guys. Watch this for a checkmate. Rook check, forced move. Then bishop check. Guys, I'm going to try that. You'll love this. Guys, watch the checkmate. Mohit, at least enjoy the games. Please tell me that you enjoy the games. Mohit, come on. Give me some points for this. Mohit, come on, man. Watch that mate. Watch that rook sacrifice, Mohit. Now, come on. You got to give me that, Mohit. You got to give me that, Mohit. Come on. Come on now. So, okay. It's fun. It is definite fun there. And what now? Mohit, it doesn't matter whether you have told me a week before or whether you told me that in my Punarjanam. It doesn't matter. This is for Mohit. Doesn't matter, dude. Doesn't matter when you told me. Doesn't matter. That way, my students, the official members, can tell me years ago. That doesn't give them the first chance to play. Even they have to type their IDs first. Don't worry, we will play. Who's the next, guys? I think it's Ant-Man. No, it's Sagar. Sagar, next is you. Sagar, let's play. By the way, I would love some comments about that last checkmate. Guys, some comments about that last checkmate. Man, I sacrificed the rook there. Some comments about that. That's not fair. There was a rucksack. Look at that rucksack, guys. No, nothing. I get nothing. I thought that mate was good. Rook takes and then bishop and then the background checkmate, man. Little surprised. Do such good mates and Mohit, don't be, man. Don't be disappointed. There are so strong players that you can play with out there on leeches. What's up? Come on. You can do so much better. There are like go into titled arena, you'll get to play with so many good players. Do that. Oh yes, the deflection tactic. Somebody comments on that. I am so impressed. Whoa, I am so impressed. Thank you. Oh, just thank you. Man. Yeah, distinctive, you would say. Yeah, sure, Rayanj. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. So, guys, the list is now with Ant-Man, who is up next, Itesh and Rayanj to follow. That's how we are going to go ahead in the list. The list won't change. It's saved. Plus, our moderators, monitors, they have also taken a good screenshot of that. Oh, Jay says, yeah, sure, titled players can join titled arena. I beg your pardon, Mohit, I don't know if you are titled. I have not seen your ID. Somebody check out Aryan's ID. Somebody do that. Check out Aryan's ID, Aryan8369, and let me know. So let me know if he is titled, because if Mohit is titled, he can play. He's not titled? Why? What's his rating? What happened? I'm surprised. No, he's not titled. He should. He should. Jay is right. Forget about Mohit. Our official members won't get a chance to play today. That's right. We are just on to our fifth challenger, fifth one. Because, and I'll tell you the reason why that has happened, Mohit. Previously, there used to be just those bullet games, okay? So now what has happened is we have switched to this 3 plus 2 time control. Consider that as well. So we have shifted our focus from the bullet to this 3 plus 2. That's why it's taking longer, because 3 plus 2, the game goes on for like 8 minutes, because there's 3 plus 3, 6 minutes straight, and then there's 2 seconds increment that happens. And of course, all the games go for under a minute, as you've seen. So it does take more time. Now, one thing is for sure here, some marks for Sagar for playing this game. We have got decent development, although Sagar, your king side development is not the best in the world. It's looking a little lopsided. Now, Jay can probably comment more on what's lopsided development or something like that. So the bishop is on f1, the knight is on g1, the rook is on h1. You normally look to develop your king side, especially where, you know, you are likely to castle. By the way, guys, some uh, important announcements also I'll do tomorrow. I think I'll keep it for tomorrow. It's regarding the head-to-head battle for our rising stars. So all of you should know. And if Vihang is ready, I don't know if he's there with us now online. Vihang, if you are ready, you and Alan can go for a head-to-head one more time. If you, I mean, tell me the day when you will be free. I'm not sure. But you and Alan could go for a head-to-head if Vihang is still with us. I think we had Vihang at the start of the stream. So you and Alan, why don't you go for a head-to-head, and you know, Chinmay can be against Granth or somebody, I don't know. Maybe Samar, so they could go head to head. So the head to head, they are going to start. Okay. Now I think the piece will be lost here if he takes. Ankit, how far have you progressed? By the way, your shift duty that you talk about, Ankit, I hope that you are getting proper rest. I always worry about the people who do night shifts, man. For some reason, you know what? I'm serious. You are somebody who said once that you do those night shifts a lot. You're into software development. So let me know, Ankit, concerns. I think Wiyang was with us. Next time Wiyang is with us, you know, we'll do that. We'll ask him about the head-to-head thing. Now what? Here, I think I have a good chance here to go for the pin bishop here. Can I do that? Pin bishop, yeah. And maybe now there is f3, I'm not sure. Oh, he does that. Now what? I think now I can do this. Will it take the pawn with the queen? Will he do that? Oh, he realized that there will be a queen loss here. He realized that. He realized that. And boy, I'm going to take with the rook first. Yeah, that's a check. Okay, good fight until the opening. Yes, Chinmay agrees that Samartha will be a nice opponent for me, but if he is available, very important, Chinmay, we are not going to be concerned about the people who are very irregular, because my main focus is now for the rising stars to make them come up the learning curve. You are already there, Chinmay. So is Ankit, by the way. Ankit, would you like to play with Chinmay for head-to-head battles? Let me know. He says he works for US clients, so nothing to do. Okay. So you are, well, as they say, are you on the bench right now? If I'm using the right words. Are you on the bench right now? That's what the word that is the word they use, right? I think that is the word they use. Guys, I've got only 5 minutes more. So I'm not going to play another game because then that will extend beyond 7. And some students, they have got other plans post 7 where they have other classes. And I'm serious. Some of you have time, but some of you say better be wrapped up by 7. Let's once again go through the list, and everybody make sure that this is the list that we'll follow. And yeah, guys, this is the list. So we have played against the first 5 opponents here. Let me scroll down. So this is the list from 6 to 20 that remains. Everybody acknowledge that. And in the last 4 minutes that we have, let's quickly deal with some tactics. Some random tactics. We'll try to do at least 10 position. Let's see if our speed is awesome. Just go ahead and type the moves one by one. Okay? But not before you go through this list. From 6 to number 20. This is the list, and we are going to continue with this list tomorrow. Okay, I promise you that. Time to go to some tactics. By the way, I'll log out first. I'll tell you why I log out. I don't want very high kind of puzzles here, because the puzzles will be equivalent to they'll be in equilibrium with the rating. I don't want that. Everybody should enjoy that. So I've decided to sign out. Yeah. And now I'll go for some tactics. Let's go for this, guys. Let's go for this. White to play. And Ankit says, yes, you're absolutely right. It is called to be on the bench. Cooling off. Okay, and Jay says that's perfectly fine. Let's go for this. First one. Come on, type your answers quickly. What's the first move? Is it bishop to h5? Do you like that move, guys? Bishop to h5 check? That's the best move. And now the fork. Yes, that's right. Next one, please. Let's do things quickly here. I think now what we have is the bishop here, because then that will be a fork, but he has check. Guys, he has check. Let's not forget that. He has a check there. Ooh. Guys, I didn't see that. So let's go ahead and give this check. Some plans, some ideas. This rook check here. And then this bishop check. Sure, that has to be the move, right? What's up next, guys? Rook c2 check. What's next? And now this check here. And then we are going to do what? We are going to win this. Yeah, we are going to win that. Next one, please. Mohit, enjoy this. Mohit, but if you're still with us, come on, enjoy this, man. What's up with this, guys? What's up with this? I think we have this queen takes, and then the rook is hanging because the pawn is pinned here. Yeah, sure. Next one, please. What's up here? Do we have a checkmate? There is rook that we have to deflect. But also at the same time, don't we have this knight check and mate? Whoa, I love that mate. Guys, watch that mate. Ooh. Watch that. Knight b6. It's knight b6 check, queen, king b8, and queen a8 checkmate. Ooh, what is that? Checkmate here, guys. Watch those plans here. Whoa, that was some nice checkmate. Comments on that, guys. Comments on that. Next one, please. We'll do 2 more positions. Hanging pieces. I love playing against those. So if you remember, that was in the checklist. He takes that, and then we can take the bishop, destroying the defender. Ooh, that was right. Now I think we can win this rook here. There will be 2 attackers and only 1 defender. Surely. Now, how can we go about this? We take this first, it's check. And then we can pin the rook, I think, with the bishop. Look at that cool idea. Now that rook will be pinned, guys. Yeah, sure. Guys, I said 2 more, but we are doing it so nicely. Let's do 2 more from here and then stop. Now with this bishop is hanging, But the question is, do we want to take that first, or do we want to take this pawn and give a check and win the queen first? Again, very important. Very, very important. Guys, something that is very important there. Don't worry about the lag. We are almost done now. Last position, guys. The last position. Don't worry about the lag. This is last position. The last position. And do we have a checkmate here? Oh, we have check here. And we can win the rook. Yeah, and in fact win the rook and checkmate. All right, guys. So I think it's time to stop. We had a great session. Start typing your bye-bye messages. Monitors, please tell me that you have saved that list or taken a good screenshot, because we need that list. I'll probably save it myself as well, but then just for safety. We move from number 6 tomorrow. And if we can do another 5, that means we go on till number 10. Oh, this could go on for days. Also, it will give us good time to schedule our first head-to-head